Yo guys, what's up? This is Cayden and welcome back to the channel. We all see success online, but what does it really cost? In this series, we're going to be meeting with content creators, artists, athletes, actors, whoever, owners, business owners, entrepreneurs, doesn't matter. We're meeting with people to see anybody who can give us an insight as to what really goes on, because we all see success online, but what does it really cost? And in this series, we're gonna really get down to the nitty-gritty and try and see what we can find out from some people, see if we can get some insight as to what people are assuming about them and what is in fact the reality. So make sure to drop a like, subscribe to the channel if you're new, hit the notification bell so you know when we're dropping new videos, and stay tuned for this conversation of off camera. Thank you.
Watch yourself, yeah, you make it look good. Don't let it watch yourself, cause you make it look good. You make it look good. Watch yourself, yeah, you make it look good. Don't let it watch yourself, cause you make it look good. Watch yourself, you make it look good. You make it look good. Watch yourself, yeah, you make it look good. Don't let it watch yourself, cause you make it look good. Watch this.
And here's the man, guys. My boy Bryce.
Hey, you call me.
My boy.
Mid-lunch.
Mid-lunch. Come on, let's jump into this interview
Let's
real
do
quick.
it. Okay, I'm ready.
I know you're always ready.
Oh my goodness. Okay.
That's why I picked you as my first guest on Off Camera, the inaugural guest, y'all, of Off Camera.
Honored.
This is my boy Bryce. So, the first question I have for you is, what do people assume about you?
Ooh. Wow. What do people assume about me? I feel like people assume that I'm probably always happy. That I think people at a surface level, people probably only see the good.
Right.
But underneath there's a lot of bad. There's a lot of growing that I did behind the curtains that tells a lot more of the story of who I am and what I've been through. And I think that is definitely something that probably people assume that, like, I'm just, because I am a little bit more like expressive and I love to be outgoing and stuff. But there is a lot other character development things that happened underneath the
BTS.
That eventually I'll tell the story when I'm ready for those things.
Ooh, because in that's kind of what leads into the next question. But
Okay.
Don't reveal what you don't want to. You don't have to go too deep.
No worries.
But in that, what is it that you don't post? What's the part that you don't post? That doesn't make it online, that doesn't make it to the videos.
I think that's the thing though. With my new like content strategy change and everything, I'm struggling. Do I look at the camera?
Wherever you want to look.
Okay, because it's hard. Like if I'm gonna stop
I
talking.
know don't stop talking.
I'm gonna stop talking if I make eye contact. So I gotta look off to look.
Look off.
Okay.
Wonderland. I love it.
All right. So
yeah, deep stare off into the distance.
Let me think about my answer. Sorry, the question was.
The question is, what is the parts or part of you that you don't post?
Yes. Okay. I used to kind of want most of the fluff. I was really good at making things or wanting things to look perfect, if you will. And the way my mind works is like, I think I'm almost like everything matters. And it would those things that I would overthink about didn't really matter for where I was at or where I was trying to go. Kind of just putting that in the incorrect phase, if you will. So I'm flipping that on its head and just being like, I want to share whatever I feel like I want to.
Yeah.
You know, changing the narrative of like, it has to be perfect before I take
Let
the
it
first
out.
step
Right.
or whatever, you know. It's like I'm okay with like doing it ugly first. And literally what we were just saying
Exactly.
about this, you know, new segment that you're saying is like, this is just the first one, and then, you know, like 20 episodes deep, like let's see where it's at.
Exactly.
You know, and we would want it to be better. I assume you would want it to look,
100%.
you know what I mean, look a
100%.
bit better or be produced better. Excuse me.
You're not excused. No, I'm just joking. You're good.
Mid lunch, you know what I mean.
Go ahead. Take
but
another
yeah.
bite. Take another bite.
No, I can't. I'm gonna keep burping. But yeah, I think, yeah, I almost want to say like there's not a whole lot I don't want to share. I think obviously there's personal things that I want to keep to myself that should stay personal.
Right.
But for the most part, I think if there's anything that I feel on my heart that I want to share that could possibly help someone else, and in the moment feel like this could mean something, even to myself,
Right.
reflecting and rewatching videos, you know, like maybe the words that I say and anything that I say now could resonate with my future self
Right.
later down the line.
That's a big thing that got me into really pushing forward past that perfection, polished content before putting it out. One of the biggest things was just as a personal memento to look back on a moment. Like there's a time I was golfing with one of my buddies from college, and to be able to look back at that, like in a time where I can't swing a golf club and I can't, you know, take the bumps from the bunker, you know.
Yeah, where you started.
Exactly. It's good to go back and see those and have a record of that, because I try and go back to find MySpace pictures and all this stuff from high school, and it's gone. It's lost in the ether.
Yeah,
you know?
my favorite thing of when I started doing vlogs is literally just rewatching them for myself. You know, like I really could care less now about like views or anything else, or you know, all that other stuff. But now having it documented in this format with how in that moment this is what I wanted to do and this is what I came up with, seeing that, how I talk, how I interact, you know, how that's evolved, and how I dress, like all that stuff has changed from when I started vlogging, which is really, really cool to see, because it's if you don't, you just, things kind of just pass you by, and you know, after years and years, you don't get to see the or don't remember the things that happened, or you know, that little place where you were at before, which is really cool.
And then that, one of my final questions, it doesn't really, I don't think it really pertains to where we stand now, but I want to ask this to, I guess it can be to now, but to the time when you originally started creating content.
Okay.
When you almost quit, because you're back now, you know, and we love that. But when you almost quit, like you stepped away for a while, took a break, what was it, or why did you step away at that time? If there's something that's not too deep.
Yeah, no. There's definitely a big correlation between literally just me figuring out myself.
Right.
I don't think going into content creation, because I started 6 years ago in like 2020 when I went like and actually started making content and posting it and sharing it. When I started then, I didn't know enough about myself.
Right.
Understanding how my brain works, how my brain is wired, and I can't fix that. I can't change that. Like, I didn't know those truths about myself. And this past year I did so much growing. And the ambition of wanting to post content and become a content creator, to have it be my full-time income, that ambition is still the same. 100%. That's always been there. And that is currently where I stand now, but now just a different form of understanding of how I operate. And that is kind of fueled my new strategy of how I want to do it. And I'm really focusing on consistency. 100%. And consistency looks different for every single person. Yes. And I now know that 100%. as truth. And, you know, I'm trying to figure out, I'm still learning, still figuring out what works for me. And I don't have that, I'm not gonna have that data or information of what works for me unless I try it. 100%. Take the first step, just post it. Don't care about, you know, XYZ, all the other things that overthinkers, you can go into the rabbit hole of doing. So yeah, I think that's my answer to that.
100%.
question.
I think that that's a great answer, and not only just like as a great answer just because it's an interview or whatever, or there's a camera, that's a great answer. I think personally, because I feel the same, you know, with wanting content to be my full-time job. I mean, we're the same type of, we work in the same field. You're a photographer / videographer, I'm a videographer. Yeah. And this is what we want to do, and we want to be able to make a living off of it. Yeah. But in that, I think the social media content creation space, there's a lot of things that can really cause a content creator to spiral, outside noise, everything else, if that work isn't done. Yeah. So I'm so glad that you are taking the time, because I feel I've done the same, and that's why I'm where I am now. Like, I'm fine. Yeah. Like, I have an idea, put it out, see what it does, see what people think. Like, if you just keep it in your head and keep running all of these scenarios, like, you're never going to move anywhere. But if you take that first step, you can begin to see that growth and see the progression, and also get feedback from other people. You know what I mean? If you're just keeping it all in, it can run your mind crazy, you know?
Yeah. 100%.
So what would you tell yourself 1 year ago? Last question. Just kind of starting at the growth, because you're saying like about a year ago, you know, you started. In other areas, there was growth in other areas just as a man, but as far as you focusing on your content journey, it seemed like about a year ago you really locked into figuring out, you know, and we're never going to figure it out. We're never going to arrive, you know. Yeah. So as we continue to develop, it's just going to happen. Like, I was watching a Life of RZA video the other day, and she said one day, she said somebody told her one day it'll just click and you'll know it. And she said, I thought that was a bunch of whatever. But then it happened, and she felt that click, you know. So now I'm like, you know, because I did football, and I felt that click before in that sense. So I know the click, but for it to happen in this space, you know, I'm looking forward to that too. And that's why I'm looking to be more consistent as well. But in that, again, I'll ask you again, what would you tell yourself a year ago?
Oh man. There's this one kind of like idea that I've been kind of trying to find the words for, like the right way of saying it, but it's like, it's along the lines of like, look inward to look out. Look inward first to make any movement outside. You know, zoom out to zoom in. Sometimes we can get so tunnel vision on the thing when, you know, the answer could be literally right next to you, right outside of your vision. You know, slow down to speed up. All of that stuff that's like self-reflection, and you know, take time to smell the roses. You know, all of those things, and I think those all go hand in hand with the idea of we all are perfectionist, but that really does kill a lot of the movement that is required for you to grow. I think movement is king. Like you said, movement. You have to move, take the first step, and grow from it. Because if not, you're just going to be stuck.
Stay in motion. Objects at rest. Stay at rest.
Inertia, baby. Yeah, you gotta just move. And that they're just saying that I've been saying like in the last like year or two is like the best way to get out of a forest, if you're lost in the forest, is to just walk.
Right.
If you're stuck in the forest, like even if you went in the wrong direction, now you know, okay, this is the wrong this is the wrong direction.
Right.
That failure that you took to go in the wrong direction is information.
100%.
You learn so much more when you fail.
Come on.
And yeah, like if you stay there and think the whole time, you die. And again, it all comes back together of just like movement. Movement is king. So that's all the things. You said one thing.
That's okay. No, I love it.
But I gave you a list.
We appreciate the list.
Absolutely.
Well, thank you, Bryce, so much for your time off of your lunch. It looks healthy. I love it. My boy Bryce, that's why we asked him to be the first guest.
Thank
and
you.
as we go away,
honored.
I'm just going to ask you to finish my sentence for me. And the sentence goes like this. Off camera, I'm learning to... And then you fill in the rest.
Off camera, currently I'm learning to be present. Literally it's 4 or 5 days into like me starting my content strategy, and I've said this even in a video where my progress is going up, and at the same time my distractions go up, and I'm having to fight the distractions and the notifications, and the growth is adding to the noise, right? And I'm trying to be more focused and more grounded in what literally I'm doing right now. Because like imagine if I like had my phone out here and like a bunch of notifications are going off, and then you're asking me questions, and I'm, you know what I mean? I don't want to do that. I'm trying to be, have that real one-on-one connection with whoever I'm with. Again, like I don't want to lose that part of the human people connection, and the phone and all those things that come with it can interrupt that. So I'm learning to set time to be on that and know my place when to be fully into whatever I'm doing. So setting time to disconnect.
Love that.
If you will.
Thank you for your time again, Bryce.
Thank
appreciate you.
Honored again.
Everybody, make
you for
sure you
having
go like and subscribe. We will have Bryce's channels, Instagrams, all of where his content will be at. So yeah, thank you for your time, brother.
Thank you.
Pushing. I got to keep pushing.